Batman fans got a surprise announcement from McFarlane when they announced that they will be following up with the Batman Returns line and doing a Batmissile. So we had the Duck essentially come out in this line, so that was our other vehicle. And now we have the Batmissile. First time releasing, I believe, since 1992 or 1993 with the Kenner line, the original Batman Returns line. We had the segment separating Batmobile with the Batmissile in the middle. Unfortunately, this is not that. This is not an entire Batmobile with the separating segment, although they do have the 89 Batmobile in the McFarlane line, which was essentially the Batmobile in Batman Returns with a few additional gadgets in there, which, to be fair, we didn't really even see used in the first one, so we don't know if they were there or not to begin with. But this would be the middle segment that would separate out of it. So this is the first time we have it in the 12 scale, I believe. So it's kind of cool to get that to put your Batman figures in there. So we'll test that out, the McFarlane Batman Returns Batman in this as well. But very simple design, just like the other Batmobile we got with, I believe that was a gold label, that came with a Batman figure. This one does not. This is just the Batmissile. So the Batmissile, the box, very simple, as we see the other DC Multiverse. We'll check out the canopy, we'll check out everything here. It should fit most 7-inch figures. Ideally for Batman, though. Again, I have a feeling it's only going to be a single-seater. It should be two. Yeah, we'll check this out. We'll compare it back to the original release of the Kenner one, which is still a very awesome vehicle to have if you could get your hands on one of those. But why don't we get right into it and check out this new addition to the Batman Returns line. And here's our Batmissile. I kind of like the little chrome look on the trim, or the metal look on the trim on the turbine here. You get these nice ridge vents. Then you can see the wheels with the strut, a little Batman symbol on there. The strut, it doesn't move out, the wheels don't reposition or anything, but it has all the hallmarks it should, essentially. The tires are rubber, they're not hard plastic, so we have that going for us at least, and it does move back and forth. It has a opening canopy. Push the release here and slide it forward. I got Batman in there, the Batman Returns Batman from McFarlane. You could see the steering wheel, you could see the little instrument panel. Now, he was really tricky to get in here, and I think it's just that it's awkward to sort of position him essentially the first time, and that would just be the legs, getting them bent into shape there, and then putting him in. But this little cowl kind of hits the top of the canopy, so you kind of have to like push that down as you do it, but he fits. I mean, it says it fits most 7-inch figures. And I know I think this was a problem with the other Batmobile too, of just getting the figure in there, but as you can see, I could get him in there. I just need a little assistance, and then he looks pretty good in there through the little plexiglass plastic window there, which I'm sure scratches easy. So I'm just going to be very careful about that. But here is, I wanted to show you the original Kenner Batmissile. Comparison-wise, obviously this is much bigger. This is a 16th. I'm not sure actually what scale that is when you do 375, but 375 compared to the 6-inch, you know, it's going to be massively different. With the original Kenner one, of course, it had these little rocket launchers in here that popped out, but when you push the release, the segment's separated, and then you got your Batmissile. So here now we're looking at the Batmissile compared to the larger Batmissile. So this one still had, you can see little bats on the wheels there. It wasn't bad for the time when it came out, but again, this was a hinge canopy. I did like the steering wheel better. This was a hinge canopy, which was not the cool sliding canopy it could have been like the Batmobile. But yeah, I mean, this also had the wheels condensed and everything on there. The same sort of basic look, but this version obviously much better, much more detail, much more in line with the film design, and it has that matching back canopy. They did a lot more work on the back of this one than they did on the original, but you can see them side by side here. Still a very beloved little vehicle for collectors if you get your hands on it. I think this one, like, you could connect the other halves too. Yeah, you could still connect them. They call it a drone or something on the box. You create like a little bat drone, so you can still fire the missiles and the wheels work and everything. But yeah, here, that's it. Basically the Batmissile there. Bringing this back from, I want to say 30 years now, a little more than 30 years, to get this reintroduced into any line, and then you could have your Batman figure fit in there, and it's a great way to display your Batman Returns line. So there we go, from McFarlane Toys, the Batmissile. All right, so there you go. That was our Batmissile from McFarlane Toys, again, compared to the Kenner one here. You can see much smaller, but the same basic look to him. So great to get this finally in any line. It was just such a beloved vehicle for me as a kid. The original Batman Batmobile in the Dark Knight collection that was reissued in the Batman Returns collection was awesome with those rotating machine guns and everything. They did a great job in that. And then the Batmissile just brought it over the top, actually giving you that function of the separating sides on there. So that was amazing to have that as a kid and capture that movie magic. And then to get a Batmissile again is cool to display it with your figures. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the full Batmobile, and that would have been a pretty easy mechanic to put in there. I mean, they did it 35 years ago, right? To just have a spring-loaded ejection on the sides for those to just pop off. So that would have been really cool, but we're just getting this version. Like I said, if you have the other Batmobile from McFarlane, the 89, you could have them side by side, and then you could just pretend that it's separated into this smaller segment. But yeah, it's not the same. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. You know, as we all know, the McFarlane line is coming to an end because the license is shifting over to Mattel. So we won't be getting, I don't know if we're getting any more this year, but I think that it would be the end of it. So this might be the last vehicle we see for the movie line, at least. But we'll see. We may have some more surprises. This was pretty quickly announced and came out like a month after they took orders, or even the same month. I believe it came out maybe earlier in May, or I can't remember if it was later in April or earlier in May. But it's $100. You could have got it at McFarlane. I'm not sure if it's still on the McFarlane website, but other fan channels have it. Entertainment Earth. You can get it at Big Bad. I think Walmart has it. So you can order it pretty much everywhere. So yeah, I mean, it will complement your Batman Returns collection from McFarlane. Put it next to your Duck if you get the Duck from the GameStop exclusive, and you just have another way to display characters in the vehicle. So that's all for this time. We're going to have more Batman, so don't worry about that. We're going to have more of the, we're going to be covering 89 Batman. We have more of the Batman animated series figures to show you from Mezco. And we're going to have another surprise line. We're going to be doing a different take on 89 Batman. And then we're going to be getting back to our Ghostbuster stuff, but we've got more Batman coming soon. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and follow. See you guys next time.